Hey friends! Is your refrigerator a mess? Girl, mine too. Okay, let's clean it together today. Little cleaning motivation for you to deep clean your refrigerator with me, because it's not a task that I personally like to do, but I know it needs to be done. So let's get started.
Let me help you?
No.
You can just hand them to me.
Okay, thank you.
A little bit faster.
Something that was really helpful during these 10 months, because I think it's been like, I want to say 9 or 10 months since I've cleaned my refrigerator out, are these little sheets here. It is so nice to be able to just pull these off and wash these instead of having to take the whole shelf out. I got these from Aldi several months ago. Well, obviously when I first organized these, and I think they have them. I've seen them at Aldi many times. So this has been really helpful to do. And I didn't like stick it down or anything like that. I just love that you're able to just take them off, wash them, and then you can wipe down, you know, the rest of the shelf. Those mats make such a huge difference. So now I'm not feeling like I have to scrape. I'm just like wiping them down, just like a few crumbs and stuff, and that's it. All the stuff is on those mats, which are super easy to clean. So that's really nice. Ooh, what is all that? These drawers aren't too bad because when our refrigerator went out on us, I actually had to take them, like I had so much stuff in there, I had to clean them out. So I just didn't clean the shelves at the time because, listen, girl, my nerves was bad and I just was upset. So, but like this little area down here, I don't know how the stuff ends up falling, staying down here, but we just need to check it. So for those that don't know, we went out of town for my daughter's swim meet. We were gone from Friday to Sunday. When I got back, when we got back, I went to get some ice out of the freezer and there was no ice. I'm like, that's weird. I open up the refrigerator, the refrigerator is warm. I open the freezer up, everything's thawed. Everything that we had in the freezer was completely thawed. I was devastated, really devastated. Turns out our compressor went on us, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, here we go. We're gonna have to get a brand new refrigerator. But thankfully, the compressor was still under warranty. Even though the refrigerator is, I think, 8 years old, the compressor is under warranty for 10 years. So thankfully, Geek Squad was able to come out and fix it. But we just had to pay for labor, which was kind of expensive, and replace all the food. I'm just thankful we were able to, but it was definitely frustrating. And so when I was saying at the time, I was just trying to get all the melted and hot food out of my refrigerator and freezer. I had to clean out my freezer. It was just crazy. I also wanted to add that when we got back on that Sunday, we didn't know how long our refrigerator had been out. And I didn't want to risk it with everything being completely thawed and completely room temperature in my freezer. We just had to throw everything away. I'm talking, I had just went to Costco, so I had like a chuck roast, like the frozen fries, frozen ground beef. Like, it was heartbreaking, y'all, to throw all that food away. And Geek Squad couldn't come out for a whole week. So we were without a refrigerator for a week. We just kept getting ice, using a cooler for the things that we, our essentials that we needed for that week. And yeah, it was really heartbreaking. I don't know why I should have just cleaned the refrigerator at that point. I definitely had to clean the freezer though, because I had frozen strawberries in there that were all melted, and all the juice from the strawberries were at the bottom. The juice from the meat was at the bottom. So I had to disinfect the freezer right away. But honestly, I was so hurt, I didn't even want to look at my refrigerator. So I didn't deep clean the refrigerator out like I should have, which is why it's so messy. I mean, it has been 2 months since that happened. Yeah, I just didn't clean it out at that time because I was just so heartbroken to have to throw all that food away. It was rough. And, I know it could have been worse, for sure. And I'm thankful, like I said, that they were able to fix it. And I'm thankful that we were able to repurchase the food that was wasted and thrown away. I just hate wasting food like that, so it is what it is. Refrigerators just aren't made the way they used to be made. I think I say this in every single refrigeration organization or Clean With Me. I say, back when I was growing up, I'm an elder millennial for those that don't know. And back when I was growing up, we never got a new refrigerator or a new washer and dryer or anything like that. My parents had the same refrigerator from what I can remember until we moved to Georgia. So I'm talking 17, 18 years, they had the same refrigerator. Nowadays, you're lucky if something lasts that long. That's for all the appliances, refrigerators, washer and dryers, any kind of household appliance. And honestly, every technician that comes out always says, they just don't make the appliances like they used to. They don't make them to last. They make them to last at the max, maybe 5 to 7 years. And then it's time to get a new one. So I'm thankful that we at least got 8 years out of the refrigerator that we have, or we're still using. Or separated the food. I only did the top half of my fridge. I'll do the pull-out drawer in the second part. But all the shelves on the top half of my fridge, I pulled everything out, wiped the shelves down. It was so much easier. So much easier with those little pads that I have in there. And now I've separated the food into categories, like fruits and vegetables, meats and cheeses, sauces, salsa, salad dressing. Listen, we're a condiment kind of family. We like our sauces. We use a lot of ketchup, a lot of barbecue sauce, a lot of salad dressing, salsa, any kind of sauce. We are adding extra, okay? That's why I buy it in bulk from Costco, and I'm not going to decanter them into smaller containers. It just is what it is. I have a large thing of ketchup. I have a large thing of mustard. I have a large container of mayonnaise, and so I just have to find the space for it. So right now I have one large Lazy Susan, that I love so much. I really like that. I have a smaller Lazy Susan. I have a container for my eggs, and then I have 2 empty containers. And of course I have my drink dispenser, which we'll go through after we're done doing the food. So I just have to decide what I'm gonna put in what. Obviously the eggs are gonna stay where they are. And you just need to figure out how I wanna use the Lazy Susan, because again, a lot of this stuff is tall. Sometimes they don't fit in the space in the fridge. So we're just gonna see what works best and then go from there. Just FYI, we went strawberry picking this season like 2 weeks ago, and I made homemade jam for the first time with the strawberries. Usually we just eat them, but this year I picked like 3 buckets worth of strawberries, and I made my own homemade jam, and I made strawberry shortcake. And when I say this jam is the best strawberry jam I've ever had, Charles doesn't even like strawberry jelly, and he tears this up every single day. I only made 10 jars, and I'm thinking, huh, that wasn't enough. It was so good. That really, all right, so move that down. All right, while we are waiting for the fruit to sanitize with that little sanitizer, it uses ultrasonic, like, what is it? Light, I think, to sanitize the fruit. Does it really get the dirt? At first I was like, I don't think so. But then when I started using it and I would put it in a white bowl where you can actually see the dirt at the bottom, I was like, oh my gosh, it is so dirty. So, it does work somehow. It does lift all the dirt off of it. You have to move it around a little bit. And it doesn't take long. I'd say it takes maybe a minute or so. And it sanitizes your fruit. So anyway, let's talk about these containers. I bought these because they were very popular on TikTok. I got influenced. And yeah, I was like, oh, all the cute, pretty Amazon fridges, TikTok fridges, you are using these containers. And I saw them at Costco, and it has this little airflow. I don't know if you guys could see it. It tells you like how to vent it and if it needs water at the bottom, because I don't have the bottom on this one, but you can see the bottom here on this. I do not like these at all. I don't find myself using them. They're not, first of all, I mostly get like berries of some sort, whether it be strawberries, raspberries, or blueberries. And I don't think they're airtight enough. They're definitely not airtight enough to keep your berries fresh, in my opinion. So I don't really use them. I'll have them linked below if you want to try them. Other people say that they love them so much. I honestly don't grab them at all. But what I will grab are like my standard airtight container. I'll put a paper towel at the bottom for my berries, and then if it's airtight, you could use a mason jar. Like stuff like this is a lot cheaper, especially if you use a mason jar. Put a paper towel at the bottom to suck up the moisture, and make sure that your berries are dry, very, very dry, especially strawberries. They need to be very dry before you put them in an airtight container, and they last a lot longer. So I find myself gravitating towards that. You could see it. See the little air bubbles there? So it's like an ultrasonic, like it's like vibration and UV light at the same time. I don't know, but like all the dirt comes up out of those air bubbles. But anyway, I'm just going to use an airtight container for my strawberries. I have strawberries, I have apples, and I have blueberries and raspberries that I'm going to put into containers.
If that's what it's for, you don't know. But the little up at the top on here. Big
Okay, the time has come. Are y'all ready? Okay, so you remember what it looked like before, and now, ta-da! Oh, I love it so much. Now, I did not do these because that's where all our sauces are. It's not dirty. I try to clean out the bottom every so often, and it just works for us for right now. But baby, this is everything. Let's just go through it. So of course I have my eggs. Then I have my taco night. This is what I'd use if we had nachos. I have my 2 salsas and queso, so I could just pull that out whenever I need it. Here is dairy, sour cream, mayonnaise, some crumbled goat cheese. I have my apples and my tomato saver. I have my fruits. There's plenty of space back here, so when I have leftovers, all I have to do is push these back. Boom. I have space for leftovers. But in the meantime, I just pull it forward so that, you know, everything's within reach for everyone. Like I said, I have my fruits here. And then if you notice, I did not use my turntables, the little Lazy Susans, because I found it was just taking up too much space. I didn't really need it because I don't have that much stuff in here. I'm trying to keep my refrigerator at a minimum, not an over excessive amount of stuff that I know that I'm not going to use, you know what I mean? And then that way it's clear and easy for me to see the stuff when it gets low, I could replace it, and then things don't get moldy and funky and old, which is what I used to do. I just used to just stuff stuff in there, stuff it. And now it's like this. Of course, you saw me redo our drink dispenser. I have the girls' juices, some sodas, ginger ales, and Waterloos. I have my jams and jelly and salad dressing, heavy cream, my extra heavy cream, girl, because we love it in our coffee, some sweet tea. Here is my cheese drawer and my naan bread because my girls make homemade pizza, so they'll grab this and the mozzarella cheese to put in the air fryer. Here is lunch meat, hot dogs, bacon kind of stuff. And over here is my vegetables. I have my mushrooms, my bell peppers, asparagus, whatever's in here. I always go in this drawer first to see what I need to have, see what I have in order to cook for a vegetable for that night before I go to the grocery store or anything like that. It's nice and clean down here, girl, because you remember how musty it was before. And then this is my pull-out drawer. This is more like a little bit of a hodgepodge of just randomness. Primarily like Ava snacks. This is her little snack drawer. She likes yogurts, these juice boxes, some cheese, the Baby Bells. I didn't even know these were in here. These little mini cans of soda. I have my factor meals, our tortillas, low carb tortillas, and then butter, and then guacamole, and my better than bouillon. So I love it. It's not dirty. It's not jam-packed. It makes it easier for me to clean my fridge when it's time. I cannot tell you what kind of time. Usually this would take me like 2 days to do because there'd just be so much stuff everywhere. But I'm telling you, once you just make your decision to say, you know what, I'm tired of seeing all this beautiful stuff on Instagram and TikTok. I want my fridge to look like this. And this is my version. Is it perfect for me? Absolutely. Is it like the most beautiful, colorful, TikTok worthy refrigerator that you've seen? No, but this is functional for me and this brings me joy. So I'm happy about that. Leave a comment down below and let me know. How do you guys organize your fridge? Do you use containers? I learned that you don't have to, use a whole bunch of containers. You don't. The Lazy Susans was just too much for this size of fridge. And if you guys are wondering, LG refrigerator, in case you have the same layout with the refrigerator and then this pull-out drawer. This is how I have it. And it works for us, so I'm really happy. Thank you guys so much for watching and organizing with me today. Any of the products that I mentioned, I will link them in the YouTube shop down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.